Well, g'day, Steve Collum here. As a music industry pro with my music being used on thousands of TV shows and international brands, I'm going to give you my hidden analysis of Kelly Clarkson's song, Because of You. This is such a powerful song, and we're going to be looking at the performance she did at the Grammys in 2006. This is really when she's really started to launch off on her career, and this is such a powerful song, and it still to date is one of her most personal songs and one of her most vulnerable songs. And I think it's such a powerful song. Let's go ahead and dive in, and I'll give you my analysis. How's those strings?
I will not make the same mistakes that you did. I will not let myself cause my heart so much misery. I will not break the way you did. You felt so hard. I've learned the hard way to never let it get that far.
All right, just before we do that, one of the things I want to point out here is, when you're singing live, for you performers out there, I've performed many places for very many years. And one of the things is you're monitoring, being able to hear yourself. Sometimes you've got these monitors in your ears and you're blocking out all the sound. And so you're kind of only trusting on what they give you. And sometimes you might have, just your vocals and maybe the piano, or, in my case, I might have just my acoustic guitars, a little bit of the drums, or not all the drums, just the hi-hats or something like that. So you can really kind of customize, but sometimes they don't get it right, especially at a kind of a concert where it's a festival or, a Grammys where they're having many different setups. It's quite intense, all the setups that they have, and so you might have your own personal mix, but it might get tweaked, and it gets tweaked a lot, and sometimes you can't hear yourself. Sometimes you need to adjust it, maybe pull it out, and we're going to go back and watch this and see if she pulled it out or if she adjusted it or what she did if she couldn't quite hear it. Maybe she even turned up. Sometimes you can have a little volume thing on your pack or on the ears. So let's have a look and see what she does. She's adjusting either way.
I've learned the hard way to never let it get
Looks like
that
adjusting.
far.
Or putting it back in. So she might have been putting it back in because she's getting too much bleed from the rest of the band live, and she wants to get just her voice or just whatever the main instruments that she has. Very cool. So this is such an emotional song, such a heartbreaking song for her, and she delivers it in such an emotional way. And I'm sure this is not the first time she's sung it. She's sung it probably 1,000 times already before she even got to this concert. And but yet she still delivers. It's still an emotional performance. And one of the things that she does, that's not on the album, but she does it live, is she goes into a falsetto voice instead of going to that big part, which enables you to then go later on, really go up, because it's all about creating those dynamics. And so she was able to create just like she holds back that little bit on that falsetto. And then let's just go back and have a listen to that. And but she's holding back because she knows she's got somewhere to go later in the song. There it is. So, being a songwriter myself, there's lyrics that stick out here that are they're gut-wrenching, they're powerful, and they really hit you. And I think this is just so powerful. The lyric here that stood out to me is, I find it hard to trust not only me, but everyone around me. And I think this is so powerful because she kind of does a flip on it. I find it hard to trust everybody around me. That's very kind of a little bit more not as much on the surface, but then she even goes one layer deeper, which pulls more emotions out. And she says, I find it hard to trust even myself. And I think we've all been in this situation where we're like, sometimes we mightn't trust our feelings, or maybe we don't trust, we trust that we can do it. Maybe, I know with surfing, sometimes when you're catching, especially out in big surf, it can be very terrifying. It can be very scary out there. And one of the things that you have to do is you have to get to a point in your mind where you overcommit, where you commit and you're like, you know what? I have to trust this. I have to trust myself. I'm either gonna do this, or there's no way I'm gonna pull off this wave. I am gonna go for this wave. I'm gonna go right down. I am gonna catch this wave. So you got to go for it. You got to paddle hard. You got to go fast, and you got to get into that wave and get out of the worst part of the wave. You got to get out of the way of the lip and get into that wave. That's what these lyrics really mean to me, and how she wrote that. She's like, I find it hard to trust myself, and I know we've all been in that situation, and that brings this song to that next deeper level of emotion. So powerful. Let's keep going.
And it's not too long before you point it out. I cannot cry.
Love those strings.
I know that's weakness in your eyes. I'm forced to fake a smile, a laugh every day of my life. My heart can't possibly break when it wasn't even whole to start.
Oh, that's another great lyric.
Because of you, I never stray too far from the sidewalk. Because of you, I learned to play on the
Love that guitar line.
so I don't get hurt. Because of you, I find it hard to trust not only me but everyone around me. Because of you, I am afraid. I watched you die, I heard you cry every night in your sleep. I was so young, you should have known better than to lean on me. You never thought of anyone else, you just saw your pain.
Here we go.
And now I cry in the middle of the night, wanna sing your name.
Oh, that's like an E flat, I think. Oh my goodness. Okay, so that was so cool. Such a crescendo. You knew that she was waiting for this. This was going to be the big part. That she was waiting for this. She was holding it off, and then she goes for it, and it's just like, wow. Let's go back and hear that.
Of anyone else, you just saw your pain. And now I cry in the middle of the night, wanna sing your name.
She's such a great singer.
Because of you, I never stray too far from the sidewalk. Because of you.
Okay, so one thing she did here was really cool to see in live. A lot of the time, sometimes the artist doesn't know, and I've seen so many bands that the artist really is kind of playing with the music, or they're not leading, and she is leading. She's on her own tempo. If she feels to go into that, then the band needs to follow, and that's always how it should be. That lead singer is the lead singer. They are directing the band. So if they go onto a separate beat, or if they jump in, the band needs to be right there, and that's what she does here. Check the timing out as she does that. She's adding an extra bar in there, or an extra 2/4 maybe. I love it.
Because of you, I learned to play on the safe side, so I don't get hurt. Because of you, I find it hard to trust not only me, but everyone around me. Because of you.
Wow.
I am afraid.
Wow. Absolutely amazing. I've seen Kelly Clarkson live earlier on in her, when she first started her touring and her first started career. Phenomenal singer, really great stage presence, great performer, and I don't know her personally, but seems like a really great person. And what did you guys think of this? Is there another Kelly Clarkson that's your favorite, or is there another song that you'd like me to do a reaction to? This was so much fun. I'm a big fan of her. I'm a big fan of this song. And if you like this channel, if you'd like to support me on more of a personal level, I want to give you the opportunity. You can buy me a coffee. I'll put the link in the description below. You can buy me a coffee, and then also head over to my website, stevecolm.com, and you can join my email list, where I do often live sessions, where I'll do like live listening sessions. Maybe you're a songwriter yourself and you'd love to write songs like this. I do feedback and I help you get to that next level. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm going to let you go. Have a good one. I'll see you in the next one.